Good evening and welcome to my daily live session on various topics. My name is Dinakar. I am the founder of Samutana and inventor of DoHow, a methodology for achieving amazing outcomes like increase in sales, improvement in profitability, productivity, reduction in inventory, increase in market share, increase in customer satisfaction, etc. And as you are achieving those targets and challenging goals, the people involved will naturally evolve their competencies in terms of personal skills, professional skills, and people skills. The first thing we do is to align the entire team towards one goal, and after that, we start achieving that goal. That's the basic methodology which I've developed, and I call it as invention because something unique, and it's been giving good, outstanding results to my clients. And if you're interested, please do check out my website, which is dinakarmurthy.com, or you can also go directly and check out the e-brochure by visiting this website as shown on the screen. So today I would be talking about one of the tools from my toolkit for execution excellence, and you are most welcome to join me live, and that can be done by clicking on dinakarmurthy.com/live. This live session is something where you come on the live streaming now, and you would also be next to me in the video, and everybody can see you. Otherwise, if you want to give a comment or ask a question, you are most welcome to do in the chat window of any comments window of any social media, which could be LinkedIn, which could be YouTube, or which could be Facebook, where this particular video is being live streamed. So with that very brief introduction, let me directly jump into today's topic, which is project versus function organization. This is something which is quite necessary in large companies. A small company, it is not that critical. See, the vertical columns here indicate the various functions, and these functions would be necessary for completing a project. Therefore, you create a project organization. In a project organization, people working in each function would be assigned to a project. There could be a project mandate where one would formally get everybody enrolled, and then you can decide what capacity. I am really of the opinion that sharing the capacity of a resource to various projects is quite challenging. So if you want to do that, you could, but then the ideal thing is to really get the full resource working on a project. So that's going to be that person's target for the next couple of weeks or couple of months till the project gets closed, and put them together as one project team, which you see as a horizontal box. Now, the main learning for me from this particular type of an organization, which could be project, it also could be a product organization. Instead of a project, you can call it as a product organization, where you have a product team, which is comprising of all the supply chain functions, all the functions in operations, I would say, not the supply chain, which starts from sales and marketing, then development, then planning, operations, which would involve supply chain too, and after that distribution and logistics. So all this could be together in one box, which you can call it a product organization, or something similar could also be the project organization, because there you would have sales, marketing, then after that engineering, which could be to get the drawings done and get the designs completed, and after that get into the execution stage, where you would have the purchasing function, supply chain function, the procurement function. Then there would be the function for executing the project, which could also involve some amount of internal manufacturing or outsourced manufacturing, and then installation. And after that, you could have the team which is doing the final aftermarket service, after sales service, and customer service, etc. So that could be one type of a project which would be called as a project organization. The same thing can also be replaced by a product organization. Now, the key here is very interesting. See, when you are talking about the targets, the target for a particular product or a project would be deployed through the product or a project organization. That means horizontally, the targets get deployed, and vertically, the job of the function. Then the question is, what is the job of the functional head? There are a lot of department heads who have been, what should I say, specialized in a particular function. It could be engineering, it could be sales, it could be marketing, it could be planning, it could be operations, supply chain, purchasing. They are masters in that. They may not be really good at looking the entire what should I say, spectrum of the functions necessary for a project or a product, but in their respective functions, they are masters. So what way would it be there? What would be their role? Because generally in companies, if you see, these functional heads are kind of what should I say, kings, right? They rule a huge number of people. If it is a development activity, then there could be the same thing can be applied also for DevOps. The same kind of a concept can be applied, and their system architecture. Then after that, the system design, then the coding guys. Then after that, you come gets the testing people. Then these are all the functions. Whereas the horizontal ones would be the project specific ones. The functional heads would have no role at all, right? Because the entire targets are given by the project or the product managers, who would be the ones looking after the horizontal boxes, and they would give the target. So they would be basically looking for delivery. What would be the role of the functional manager? That's a key topic which one needs to discuss. At this moment, once again, I say, in case you're interested in having a dialogue with me, please enter dinakarmurthy.com/live in your browser and then join the live session. Otherwise, you can listen to me, and after that, sometime later, you can always decide to join in. My idea was to really showcase you as an expert along with me to the entire world, wherever I'm telecasting. So it's something which is going to be free for you. It's not going to cost you any money, and it's going to really give you good visibility. So if you're interested, please join dinakarmurthy.com/live. Now, the functional heads, what, in my opinion, do the following: that they have to ensure that the people in that particular function are not diluting their activity, diluting their roles to meet the product or the project targets. Now, let me give you a very simple example. Let us say the purchasing function has a functional expertise of making sure that you get at least 2 quotations or 3 quotations, and after that you negotiate with the vendors. This could mean that you are trying to negotiate at the conceptual level, which means the content itself gets negotiated, or it could be at the execution level, where you're trying to understand how each vendor has priced their services and products. And to do that, it may take a little time, and to do that, it may take a little effort, which means by doing that, you're going to save the company a lot of money. So instead, because of the product urgency or the project urgency, there could be a tendency to go ahead and then select one vendor, even though that vendor has not been really optimally negotiated, optimally win-win negotiated. That's something which is very interesting. In the case of projects, when it comes to vendors, I remember this. It's quite many a times it's interesting to give a higher price for ensuring that the on-time delivery is guaranteed, and with very severe penalties if the on-time delivery is not maintained, because projects have a lot of sequential activities going on, sequential tasks going on, and if the particular item doesn't come on that particular day, then you would be possibly missing. And missing means that you're going to be simply burning the resources. They can't do anything. They just have to wait, or they should start with half-cooked information, half-cooked, half-ready products, and then the productivity will just nosedive. So in both the ways, you're going to be losing as a company. Therefore, it may make sense in giving a little higher price for a vendor who commits the delivery, and then who is ready to take enormous amount of penalties in case there is a delay. And that's something which is what the purchasing function would decide as to what is the best way of doing it. And therefore, it's necessary to give that time. Similarly, that activity of ensuring that the functional excellence is achieved is the job of the functional manager. So functional manager becomes more a kind of an expert, more a kind of a mentor, a guide, who would be really outstanding in terms of understanding what needs to be done. And he would basically have to, or she would basically have to guide the people to really be doing their job in the most meticulous manner, so that that particular functional activity is mastered. The other example could be in terms of the quality, for example. Again, there could be a lot of lapses. One could possibly try to bypass so many things to make sure that the timelines are met, or maybe to make sure that the customer need is met. There could be another case where you are looking in the sales function, and the sales guy wants to make sure that the customer is pleased. So in the sales, the customer wants some clauses to be removed in your contract, for example. And then you do that, then you would sacrifice the functional expertise in the name of satisfying the customer. But that is not going to help the company at all. The other example is in purchasing. Recently, I had one with one of our clients. Whenever you give a contract to a vendor, it's quite common to have a penalty clause for delays. Because any delay in time means that you got to, like I said, your resources are waiting, the materials are not time. I'm not talking about the delay based on your expected due date. That's not fair at all. It's not just. I'm talking about the delay based on the committed delivery date by the vendor. If the committed delivery date is 10th and he gives it on 12th, then there should be a penalty, because you planned everything based on 10th, not based on your expected delivery date. Your expected delivery date could be 6th, but 6th may not be possible at all for the vendor. Therefore, if he commits 10th, then he has to hold on to that. And that delay against the committed delivery date of a vendor is something which has a lot to do with the purchasing excellence. And that particular clause in the purchasing contracts were left out with one of the key vendors. And therefore, they had a huge delay in their supplies, and which led to delays in the, not delay actually, which led to overtime in the production, which was necessary to make sure that the end delivery date of the customer is met. And that is not going to really help the company at all. Therefore, functional excellence is extremely important. Then that's what the functional leaders would guarantee. And functional leaders should be really experts in terms of mentoring, in terms of guiding, in terms of coaching, in terms of handholding the entire functional team to really not miss out any of those minute details. That could also involve some kind of an approvals where the entire functional activity gets escalated and the functional head would approve so that it won't get missed out. So that's the basic wisdom. And then the product organization or the project organization is essential, because then you break the barriers between the functions. And the project manager's job is to ensure that there is no barrier between the functions and the baton is getting passed seamlessly from function A to function B. And that is sometimes difficult because the functional head would have some kind of a specific requirement, and that may not be fulfilled, and therefore he may not be allowing the baton to pass at all. And that needs to be guaranteed through the project or the product manager or project or the product organization. So that's a very brief about project and function. So looking forward to meeting you again tomorrow. So again, I keep waiting. I want to, I have patience. I don't have any problem. I keep waiting because every day I do the live. Again, tomorrow, if you want to join, please click again on dinakarmurthy.com/live, and then you can come on live with me. And then both of us next to this picture can discuss together. That's a very interesting thing. I would show you as to how it looks like. See, this is the way it would look like if two people are there. No, I can't do that. Only one person is there. Basically, it's a tile. You must have seen the Zoom meeting or Teams meeting where multiple people are there, and that's the way it looks like. So two people would be visible there. And here, if it is in such a format, then both of us will come in the side, one below the other. So there are different multiple formats available there. So before I end, let me briefly talk about what am I going to be talking tomorrow, which anyway will be published in the social media tomorrow morning. It's about 5 why. It's a very interesting topic. I am sure many of you have got your own experiences and a lot of wisdom to share with 5 why. And please do join tomorrow. And to join, again, simple, 8:30, dinakarmurthy.com/live. And then you're there online with me and we can speak about that. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you in India, have a nice evening. For those of you outside India, have a great day ahead. And see you tomorrow, more or less at the same time at 8:30 Indian Standard Time. Thanks a lot. And thanks a lot, Radharaman. Next time, tomorrow you come and join. Radharaman, you basically have to type in dinakarmurthy.com/live in any browser, and then you can come on live with me. You want to try that now? You can do that. I'm okay with waiting for 1 minute. If you want to try that. Radharaman was there on line, so I'm asking him to. He was my colleague in Jaipur, Bosch, and he was in quality control department, a very, very, what should I say, dedicated, very meticulous engineer. So if you're interested, please join. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. And Rajiv Yadav, you also can join tomorrow on 5 why. It'll be nice to have you guys around. So please type in dinakarmurthy.com/live in the browser, and then you can join. Thanks a lot, and see you tomorrow evening at 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time.